Hello, welcome to Todd Miller TV. The subject today is about print ads in real estate. And here we are in 2012, and I still it's beyond me why people are doing print ads for real estate. So I'm going to go through some examples here of why I think this is a really bad idea and what I think is driving this. So how this all started was over the weekend I was on Twitter and somebody that I follow was talking about print ads that they were looking at online for real estate. So I was like sort of intrigued about this, and it made me think about it. So here's the problem with the print advertisement. If somebody wants to sell a house, there have been established channels for years and years and years on how buyers find houses. Now, before the internet, we used print ads and regular advertising to get the word out. Okay? And what's happened is we've sort of transitioned the whole real estate model because of MLSs and online, and we've moved the information gathering part of that to an online model for a lot of reasons. So here's some of the reasons why it's probably really bad to use print, and it's probably not really helping sell a house. Okay, so the first reason is it's not new information. If you look at the timelines it takes to get something published, you have to produce an ad, which usually takes a week. Then you have to send it to the paper. Then they have to run it through their production process, however long that takes. Maybe it's a Sunday paper. Then they have to wait for the paper to come out. And if it's a magazine or something like that, now you have to wait for distribution. And then it sits around for maybe a couple weeks before a person gets their hands on it. So it's not new information. So when you're looking at those ads and you're seeing this house is for sale, that ad was prepared sometimes weeks or more than a month ago. So now you have outdated information because who knows, it may have gone under contract, the price may have changed, whatever. The thing that I really laugh about is when they print the ads and then they have a little sold banner on them. Like, why are you advertising the house if it's already sold or under contract? Okay, so the other reason is because newspapers have declining readership. There's less people reading newspapers than there were maybe 30 years ago. And the demographic for people that are reading the newspapers are typically much older people who it's part of their habit patterns. They've had newspapers their whole life. That's how they get their information. They don't understand online. Those people aren't buying houses. So advertising a house online is probably not going to be really effective. Another reason is they're really expensive. I mean, print ads, it's not cheap in a newspaper, especially if you do color ones. I'll give you an example of somebody that I know. They ran a full-page color ad in the San Diego Union-Tribune about 4 years ago. And full page, it was really expensive. And I asked him, what kind of result did you get from that? And the answer was, I got 2 phone calls. 2 calls. So, I mean, you can get more of a response, if that's what you're trying to get, is a response from a Craigslist post, which takes a couple minutes and it's free. All right? I mean, just a sign in the yard is going to be a post in the newspaper, all right? The other problem is there's not enough info. So you see a picture of a house, 3BR, 2BA, and a price. It doesn't tell you anything. No one's going to make a decision based on a picture and a couple. It's not like you can click on the newspaper and take you to more info. So that's another problem with print ads. And the other thing is they're just not easy to do. I mean, you send it in, they send it back, you have problems with it, maybe the color doesn't come out right. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. It's really more complex than it sounds. Sometimes you even have to send it to somebody else and have them put it together. You're going back and forth. It's very not effective. So you're probably saying, why are we doing this? Okay, so there's 2 reasons why I think that people are doing this. Okay, brokerages are doing this because their agents have said to them, mainly the much older agents, well, so-and-so, the other big company, they do advertisements for their agents. So if you don't do them for us, we're going to switch and go to their company. So brokers are doing it to appease their agents. Remember, this is not about selling the property. This is about appeasement. Okay? The agents, a lot of them are doing it to appease their sellers. They have some sellers who still think print advertisement's effective. They just won't tell them the truth. So they go, oh yeah, we'll do a print ad and we'll spend a bunch of money up front and for no reason at all. So what do the agents do? They spend their whole marketing dollar on promoting their name and their company all over it and really little bitty pictures for the houses because they don't really care about the real estate. They know it's not going to be effective. maybe they'll get a call, maybe not. But anyway, the problem here is that brokers need to do a better job having a value proposition for their agents. Agents need to do a better job explaining their value proposition for their sellers. And where this really gets crazy is with luxury homes, because now these people want like full fancy color, they want like these high-end publications put in there. Remember, we have lead time and all these other problems. And remember, people buying high-end houses for the most part are people in their 30s and 40s. These are high-income people. These are people that are probably not going and finding some luxury magazine and then using that to decide to go buy a house. You know, they're doing it the traditional way. They're looking online. They're going and finding a real estate agent. So if you are a seller and you're thinking about selling and you're asking about print ads and your agent is saying, "Oh yeah, sure, we'll do print ads," and they're showing you ads they're doing, I would be a little scared. I would be saying, "Hey, wait a minute. I don't think this is effective. Why are you even doing this? Tell me what effective things you're going to do in today. This is 2012. This isn't 1990." And we have these other tools. You need to be using these tools to promote the listing, not a print ad that's going to take weeks to come out. So anyway, that's my take. I just wanted to share the opinion with you because I think print advertising is ridiculous. We don't do any of it here at our company. We're 100% focused online. Now, I've said this before, real estate is not an online business. It is an offline business. But the online segment for marketing is really where it's at. That's where all the eyeballs are. That's where all the money should be going. It should be going online and not to print advertisements. So I thought I'd share that with you. That is my update for today, and hope to see you on another video. Thanks.